All right, I am glad you stopped by. We had a good rain last night. I'm up here at Lake Havasu. I came up here to camp on the state trust land that's just right outside of town. I went to the state office and bought the permit. I think it's $15 or $16. And I get out to the state trust land, and guess what? They have closed it down. You know why? Squatters. People go out there. You're only supposed to stay no more than 14 days. And there's been a lot of people just ignoring the rules and staying past their limit. And instead of the rangers going out there and just fining the bad actors, they shut it down to everybody. So the bad actions of a few affect everybody. You would think they would use a little more discretion and just fine the people who are actually in violation. But no, I guess it's like the Army where one guy's slacking and they punish the whole squad. But it's not just people staying too long. It's also a lot of trash out there, old car parts and RV parts. People will go out and do some repairs on their RV and just leave the old parts laying on the ground and not take them off and dispose of them properly. It's a lot of stuff like that that goes on that gets these places shut down. There's other places around for camping that's still open. It's BLM land. Like I went to Craggy Wash for a few days, and it's better than it used to be. I was there about a year ago, maybe a little more. And when you first pulled in, it was like old burned out RVs just littering the landscape. And it looks like the rangers or whatever agency that handles that have gone in with bulldozers and removed all those. But still, the signage is clearly marked, no camping within the first mile from the highway, but people just can't seem to follow the rules, and I'm wondering what'll happen to that place. Will it be next? Because a few people just cannot seem to read the signs. I just can't understand why they shut whole places down. I mean, it's just a few people that's messing it up. The vast majority of the people are doing the right thing. It's just probably, I'd say, 10% that's making the problem. And it seems like the Rangers could use better judgment about that. There's no excuse for punishing everybody for the bad actions of that small percentage of people. So it's got me worried about the future of free camping. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for cleanup group meetups. And I'm not having any luck. Maybe I'm just putting in the wrong search term, but I've just been searching Google. I know they're out there. What I'm talking about is groups of people like boondockers who will camp on BLM or national forest or state trust land, whatever it may be. And while they're there, they spend a few days having a group trash pickup. That's what I'm looking for. I want to be involved in that. I want to participate. So I thought I would make a video of it. And if you know about a group like that, let me know because I want to be involved. It's very important to me. You know what? I just remembered something. They may even pay you to do it. I mean, I'll be happy to do it for free, but I just remembered, and you might remember this video when I was in the Sitgreaves National Forest. A ranger came by and we were talking for a good 20 or 30 minutes. And I had brought this up to him, and they have positions that's called ecotechs with the National Forest Department. And you can get hired on with them, and they will pay you and give you a pickup truck to ride around in and pick up trash in the forest. So that's a good option too. I may still have his business card in the van somewhere. But they're going to want you to be committed to that national forest for an entire summer season. And this summer, I'm going to be roaming around a lot. But for next summer, that I may seriously want to do that. But in the meantime, what I would really like to do is find a group that meets out on public lands. And while we're meeting, we're having a good time, we're socializing, but we also take a few days to pick up trash, and I guess we'd have to organize a dumpster to be brought in or something like that too. Oh, and speaking of dumpsters, I carry a large container on my cargo rack. I guess it's 20 gallons, so I can have room to pick up stuff as I come across it. But I'm kind of limited on space. And when I go to a dumpster to dump my garbage, I try to be particular about which dumpsters I put my trash into. I don't like using private dumpsters like ones that are behind a gas station or something, because that company pays the money for that dumpster for their business. I try to use dumpsters that are at parks because those dumpsters are paid for by tax dollars. So I'd rather throw the garbage in that because, we're paying taxes for those anyway. In like little small towns, even though you don't live there, when you go there and you shop, you're paying taxes. So somehow your tax money is contributing to those dumpsters. Now, back to the squatting on public land issue. I understand that a lot of people are on hard times, and I don't want to minimize that. But the rules are there, for a reason. And one of those reasons is so everybody who comes out to camp gets an opportunity to do so. I'll give you an example. I was at a place near Tucson. I was there twice. I was there for about 4 days, and then I left. And I came back about a month later for about another 4 days. And there was a beautiful campsite that I'd really like to try out, but the same guy was there both times. So that means he was there for at least a month. And anybody else who came through during that month looking for a place to camp could not, because he was kind of squatting and just hogging up that campsite. But he was the only guy in that area I saw doing that. But if 5 or 6 other people did that, then the next step would be the rangers would come in, clear everybody out, put a gate up, and shut the whole place down. And that's just unnecessary. I don't know why they have to jump to that step to punish everybody for the bad actions of just a few. It makes no sense. So that's the problem I have with the rangers. That tells me that they don't want to take the time to distinguish the people who obey the rules from the people who don't. And they're just going to overreact and say, the hell with all of you, nobody can come back. And that is just wrong. So you can probably see this is really important to me. I love the public lands, but it seems like we don't have an avenue on how to redress this issue with the rangers. I mean, I go to ranger stations all the time. Do I walk in and tell the ranger my issue with entire 1,000 acres of camping being shut down because of a few people squatting? That's just wrong. How do you redress this issue with that government agency? I don't know how to do it. But in the meantime, if you know of any groups that are doing meetups on public lands and having trash pickups, let me know. I want to be involved in that. And it would also be a way to meet new like-minded people. So that will wrap it up for now. I am glad you stopped by. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.